Hello, my name is AJ Fox. I'm the Director of Religious Education here at First UU. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm a white person with red hair in my 30s. And this is Nearing.
Tell me, Anna.
This is Anna from Frozen. And she uses she, her pronouns.
Oh, I want to have ice powers.
Yeah, she would like ice powers from Frozen. Today, I am talking about marginalization and privilege. In the Unitarian Universalist Association, the UUA, religious educators like myself talk about this work as part of what they label, you use like labels sometimes, as the ARAOMC activities, right? Which is a long acronym that means anti-racism, anti-oppression, and multicultural activities. And I want to lift up that term puts multicultural, positive and inclusive and identity affirming activities in the same umbrella with the justice seeking anti-oppression activities. For a long time, many people, including many Unitarian Universalists, who knew racism and other oppressions were wrong, had a plan. And their plan was that they wouldn't talk about race or gender or body. They hoped, I think I can include myself in that, right? I've been around here a while. We hoped that if we didn't talk about it, it would make the world a fairer place. We hoped that if people like ourselves didn't talk about race, that racism would stop existing. But now researchers know, are you ready to get down? You can go back to your sister. Yes or no? Okay. Now researchers know that if you don't talk about race, people, beginning very early in childhood, learn from their environment, from all the blonde princess movies, absorb the ideals of white supremacy, and then have to do the work of actively unlearning more aggressively later. Now researchers know that race and gender and consent and body positivity should be discussed with toddlers and preschoolers and elementary school children, that kids' books and classroom curriculums need to shift and are beginning to shift to talk about race, and talk about identity, talk about marginalization and privilege. Our values in our second principle say that we seek justice, equity, and compassion in human relations. And Unitarian Universalists, oh no, this doesn't work. You can't play hide and seek right now. Nobody's going to find you. They're just going to hear you counting. And Unitarian Universalists are, no, you have to stop or you have to go downstairs. Those are the choices. Thank you. And Unitarian Universalists are beginning to understand how important it is to name injustices. The Article 2 revision that will be considered at General Assembly this spring says, we work to be diverse, multicultural, beloved communities where all thrive. We covenant to dismantle racism and all forms of systemic oppression. It goes beyond saying that we seek justice, to say that we acknowledge and talk about and work to dismantle systemic oppressions. A little later in the service, we're going to hear a lovely book by author Megan Madison titled Our Skin, a First Conversation About Race. For those of us who learned that not talking about race was the way to fight racism, it can be a little uncomfortable to see a kid's book lay it all out. And yet, what we know is that the way that we, all of us, are going to be, that this is the way that we, all of us, are going to be able to lean into the shared values of our faith. Thank you.